following India's Operation Sindoor, which targeted 9 terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir after the April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack. Major General Kartik Seshadri confirmed that India had anticipated the strike and successfully intercepted all threats aimed at Golden Temple in Amritsar. Since Pakistan lacked military targets, it attempted to attack religious sites. However, Indian air defense systems, including Akash missiles and L-70 guns, neutralized the threats across Punjab and other key cities, preventing any damage. The arrest of YouTuber Jyoti Malhotra as a suspected Pakistani spy has shocked the nation. The 33-year-old influencer was arrested on Friday and has been remanded for 9 days. She visited Pakistan 3 times and was allegedly used to spread enemy messages. Hisar SP Shashank Sawant confirmed that she had direct contact with an embassy officer named Danish. She went on luxury trips and met with Pakistani agents. The accused Jyoti is now facing charges under the Official Secrets Act and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Under Operation Sindoor, the Special Task Force of Uttar Pradesh Police arrested businessman Shehzad in Moradabad for allegedly spying for Pakistan's ISI. Shehzad used cross-border smuggling of cosmetics, clothes and spices as a cover to pass sensitive national security information and helped ISI activities. Along with him, several others were also arrested. Devendra Singh Dhillon from Haryana, who shared sensitive military photos after visiting Pakistan. Norman Ilahi, a security guard from Haryana connected to ISI handlers, and Arman from NU, who is accused of passing important intelligence. In a political move, TMC MP Yusuf Pathan decided not to join the all-party delegation supporting Operation Sindoor, India's anti-terrorism effort after the Pahalgam terror attack. The group with 51 leaders from many parties will visit 32 countries and the EU to strengthen India's stand against terrorism. A senior TMC leader said foreign policy is the union government's responsibility, so Pathan chose not to take part. Following heavy rains since last weekend, Bengaluru and parts of Karnataka prepare for more rains as the IMD has extended its yellow alert until Tuesday. The IMD Bengaluru Center Director N. Paverasu said the alert continues because of cyclonic circulations. Coastal Karnataka and Bengaluru will get heavy rain soon. On Sunday, Bengaluru had 103 mm of rain, flooding low areas like Saileau. Traffic, power outage and fallen trees caused problems. Residents are advised to stay careful. Nearly 2 weeks after 25-year-old machine learning engineer Nikhil Somvanshi was found dead in Bengaluru's Agara Lake, allegations have appeared on Reddit and in media reports. They blame a toxic work culture and an exploitative manager for his suicide. Somvanshi, a top IISc graduate working at Ola-owned AI firm Crewtrim, faced pressure from manager Rajkiran Panuganti, who was accused of verbal abuse and causing hostility. Now authorities are investigating. In a landmark move reinforcing judicial equality, the Supreme Court made an important decision on Monday to provide equal pensions to all retired High Court judges, no matter when they were appointed or their status. Chief Justice B.R. Gawai supported one rank, one pension rule to ensure fairness and protect judicial independence. The court also gave the same benefits to National Green Tribunal and district judges, setting pensions at Rs 15 lakh for retired chief justices and Rs 13.5 lakh for other judges. Former US President Joe Biden's office confirmed on Sunday that he has aggressive prostate cancer with a Gleason score of 9, which has spread to his bones. The cancer is hormone sensitive, allowing for effective treatment options that are being reviewed. Leaders from both parties, including Donald Trump and Barack Obama, sent their best wishes for his full and speedy recovery. After years of calm, COVID-19 cases increased sharply in Singapore and Hong Kong, causing concern about new variants. Singapore reported a 28% rise in the cases from around 11,100 in late April to 14,200 in early May. Hospitalizations also rose by 30%. Hong Kong recorded 31 deaths, the highest weekly number in a year. Officials believe Omicron subvariants are behind the surge, but they do not appear to be more severe. Following a recent deadly Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan attack in Khuzdar, Pakistan's Balochistan province was again rocked Sunday night by a massive suicide bombing and assault on a Pakistan Army Frontier Corps camp in Afghan border. The TTP claimed responsibility. The attack began with a suicide car bomb at the camp entrance, followed by armed fighters engaging in fierce combat. Reports confirmed at least 3 killed, 11 injured, and extensive damage. Despite hours of gunfire, emergency services remain on high alert. After a series of recent tremors, Afghanistan experienced its fourth earthquake in 4 days after recent tremors. On Monday morning, the National Center of Seismology reported a 4.2 magnitude quake 140 kilometers deep. This followed quakes of 4.5 on Sunday, 4.2 on May 17th, and 4.0 on May 16th. Located on active fault lines in the Hindu Kush, Afghanistan faces frequent earthquakes, adding to challenges in this conflict-affected area.